Hey everybody, Merry Christmas. Welcome to our update video. We just wanted to expand a little bit on some of the items that we had listed in our most recent prayer letter and just start with a few kind of updates and just elements that go into that so you can better understand what's going on with us.
Yeah, so in our ask, we asked for $25,000, and some of that is from our own personal ministry, and some of that is from our personal lives and some of the living expenses that we have. And so a couple of years ago, I went to a dermatologist to just get some spots looked at. And unfortunately, one of the spots that got removed to biopsy was a melanoma. And so a couple years ago, I had plastic surgery on my foot that helped take care of that spot. And since then, I go every 6 months just to be preventative of the cancer spots that could potentially happen. And this last 6 months, I have had 4 spots removed, and I still have 2 more to get done. And unfortunately, 2 of those spots have come back as melanoma. So in the last couple of weeks, I had 1 surgery on my stomach where I had 24 stitches. So you can imagine how big that spot is to be removed. And then I got another spot biopsied on my back, and we'll have another surgery for melanoma on December 9th. And so we would really value and appreciate the prayers that come along with just the word melanoma. I've had skin cancers in the past. I've had spots be taken off that are completely normal, but this last 3 melanoma spots, it can be scary. It's unpredictable, and they're doing everything they can to prevent from getting into a stage where I would have to get scans and treatments done. But these surgeries cost a lot of money, and we have to call our insurance because unfortunately our insurance isn't paying for anything right now. And so speaking of insurance, you want to share a little update on that?
I do, yeah. So just as the cost of living increases everywhere, a large chunk of our support raising does go to our insurance coverage and costs, and that is increasing by 10 to 11% this upcoming calendar year. And so we're actually taking a step of faith to bump it down just so we can keep our costs the same, even though our coverage is going to be less. It's just really hard to deal with that financial increase. And so trying to do that well, but that will be another expense that's being added to our support raising needs. And we really just want to be able to do that well, obviously care for our family. So that cost was unexpected heading into this new year.
Yeah. So we've got a lot of personal finances that we're trying to take care of, but as we look up to what is coming up in our ministry calendar, we really are looking forward to our conference that we used to go to every other year, but it's been a couple of years since we've had this. And this year it's in Milwaukee. And so Jared and I will be going and being with all other cruise staff, and it really is life-giving, and it kind of fills us up getting to be with people that we've been on staff with or joined staff with. And so there's a cost for hotels, for our travel expenses, for the conference itself, for meals, and so that will be an expense that we are going to have this upcoming year.
And finally, we just want to close with a prayer request for Central State, where I spend the majority of my ministry time on campus. They are just facing some really significant financial needs as a school overall, as well as implementing a plan for students to have to pay off any of their debt to the school by the end of this semester. And if they are not at a zero balance in that, they're not able to register for next semester. So it's really made things really unpredictable when it comes to the athletes even being able to come back. Multiple athletes are heading to the portal and looking for other opportunities. And so it's a really scary and unknown time when it comes to even who will be returning next semester. So please just be praying for that school. It's just a lot going on. And so just pray for peace for them, some financial security in the midst of that. But it's a really challenging time right now.
So we know that there's a lot of prayer requests and a lot of asks coming your way, especially as the end of the year comes upon us. And so we would just ask that you would join us in praying for these things. And if you feel led to give, our giving information is in the bottom of the letter. You can give online directly. We need monthly support still. We need one-time gifts to help cover some of these costs that we just shared. And we would just ask that you would pray to be part of our ministry team. We can't do our ministry and live our daily lives without people like you. And so just thank you for the time and watching this video. And give us updates if you have things that you want prayer for. We would love to pray for you. We are doing that. And so we just hope you have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.